Salam alaikum, everyone. It's Prince Adam Bin Alwaleed Al Saud. I come to you from the Tijuana Estuary. It is a wildlife preserve. You can hear some people walking down the pathway here. And when they pass, you can hear the birds. You can hear the faint sounds of aircraft. And if you look behind me, His Royal Highness is sitting on a bench next to an Air Force base. This behind me is an American Air Force base. They run missions of border protection and aerial surveillance of the beaches. Now you're going to tell me that they don't surveil His Royal Highness. Well, yes they do. I have pictures. I can put links to the picture in the comments below, and I can show you that on many occasions they've had helicopters surveilling me in Chula Vista. Why? One, I requested it when I came here by the Air Force. That is the Air Force over there. That is the Air Force. And their jobs are to surveil and protect foreign dignitaries. Yes, I have diplomatic immunity, and here in California they recognize that. In Arizona and everywhere else they do not. Because why? Arizona's a red state, and they don't believe anybody, and they're narcissistic and sociopathic and mentally weak, and should not be practicing law whatsoever, because they don't even know the law that they're trying to implement. Anyway, long story. Let's just say that where do you find a sitting duck judge? Well, look no further than a Carnival sitting judge. His Royal Highness is very savvy. Very savvy. I am dangerously savvy. I can get a judge recused permanently off of any case using a conflict of interest by filing a simple restraining order against that judge with a case number. I can do so on the behalf of anyone, and I can also do it on my own behalf if the judge decides that he's not going to follow the international law. And it is not up to me to follow that international law. It is up to them, you see? Because if you don't follow it, there are punitive damages that will be paid. That may involve a trip to the sending country, and that country will imprison you for the violation of the ratified treaty, okay, the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. Articles 29 through 31, since I've already studied those things. I know international law, I know maritime law, and I also know my rights and the local ordinances and the law. I have studied these things in detail. I am better than most lawyers. Why? Because a lawyer would never file a restraining order on a judge to clear the case. I can do that. I should get my law degree and become a lawyer. And I should go stand in court and beat cases with success 100% all the time. And I would get paid handsomely for this. I would become a multi-trillionaire. And I would then, guess what I would do with that money? I would go out and buy 600 acres of undeveloped land. Okay? I would put water on the land. I'd build a man-made lake. I would go in and create an aquifer, or not an aquifer, but a source of water, right? And I would put in cisterns, and I would put in pumping stations that would pump the lake, and water would then replenish itself somehow. I would figure out how, and if we didn't, I would go in and just bring in water trucks and pump the water that way. Anyway, so yes, I would find a way to be sustainable. There are ways to generate water. I just have to figure that one out. I haven't figured that one out and given it any research yet. However, I would then build houses, tiny houses, okay? And I wouldn't sell the land. I would let the people permanently use them until they either died or fell out of the use program or violated the rules. And at which time I would clean it up and make it ready for the next person. I want to solve homelessness. This is the new world, my dear friends. The new world, there is no homelessness. There are going to be no billionaires and trillionaires. And that's why I want to hurry up and do this, so that I have the money, my wealth. I will have land to give to others. It's not like the land belongs to me anyway. I mean, really, if you think about it, it doesn't. It's only being used while we are here. And then it falls to someone else. Because I can't use something if my earthly body is no longer living. And my energy is transmuted into the Akashic grid, where it belongs. Because it is energy, after all. Everything is energy. Well, His Royal Highness, Prince Adam Bin Alwaleed, is, of course, next to a military base. You see? This military base that you see behind me goes forever. Yes, and I want to show you a little bit of the estuary. This is the estuary, the Tijuana estuary. Okay? Because, let's see, right down there, if you look, that is Tijuana over there. That is all Tijuana. All of that over there, the mountains that you see there behind me is Tijuana. I am a stone's throw from Tijuana, and I'm still in the United States. Okay? Look. Right there. That tells you I'm in a wildlife preserve. Okay? So yes. Let me show you that I'm actually next to a U.S. government Air Force base. You see that sign right there? They are surveilling me. See? Yes, U.S. government property, no trespassing. That means it's an Air Force base, and their missions are to protect the borders, and the borders stem from the Tijuana River over there all the way down the beaches, and they go right into Imperial Beach. Okay? Imperial Beach, right over there. You see those houses? Yes. Imperial Beach is right there. Okay? This is, you can hear the birds singing. You can hear, yes, hi bird. You can hear the birds singing. You can feel the breeze. It is warm here. While some of you are enjoying the dipshit cold and the briskness of winter storms and tornadoes and harshness, His Royal Highness is basking in the sun and enjoying the health of walking through an estuary and beaches and sands. Well, they are polluted, of course, with Tijuana sewage, but nonetheless, they are fun to walk by, and you can't even touch the water to your feet, and you can't even walk on the beach with your shoes off because there's Tijuana shit in the sand. Pollution in California is bad. Anyway, you guys wanted me to do videos, right? Well, here's a video. This video is to show you that nothing has stopped His Royal Highness. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. First of all, I am motivated by truth. The truth is I do have some diplomatic immunity. And I got here, and I'm still driving my truck around, and I live in Chula Vista, and nobody's messing with me. Because the police here know that I've got diplomatic immunity, and if they come near me, I'm going to put a lawsuit on them and I'm going to put restraining orders against them, and I will file restraining orders against anyone they harass. I am going to stick up for the citizens, and I am better than a lawyer. I will do so, and I don't charge people. I don't expect money, but if I get it, well, then I get it. And I'm happy with whatever I get. I'm not greedy. I'm not trying to get paid, but if I do, well, then I do. By not trying to get paid, I get more pay. That's kind of the way it works. I don't have any expectation. I don't expect it. I don't really want it. By not wanting it, it actually is going to give me even more. You see what I mean? It's just, you see, opposites attract. And the law of attraction is in play. You see? So part of the law of attraction is to be and embody the opposite of what you're looking for sometimes. Sometimes like attracts like. Sometimes by not getting paid, you don't get paid. Fine. That is also true. But if you want to get paid, then you embody the purpose of being paid. But sometimes not wanting to get paid, you get paid more. Strange how that works sometimes, isn't it? So, again, His Royal Highness, Prince Adam Bin Alwaleed, is in the Tijuana Estuary. And you can hear the birds singing, you can feel the cool breeze, it's sunny outside, it's about 68 degrees, and it is nice out here. Okay? There are not many places on this planet where you can be as southwest as you can possibly be on the continent of the United States and not be in Mexico. Ha 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 ha. Now, you see, His Royal Highness, Prince Adam Bin Alwaleed, is grateful. Do you hear the birds, everyone? Yes, you hear that? I am in nature. And I was born into nature. I am myself nature because I have nature within. Everything that is external, I have within me. I have everything. I am everything. Every person is also everything because we are all energy. And energy coexists within everyone. And we are energy. Our bodies are energy. And thus, well, hello to you too. And yes, it is morning. Thank you for noticing. Well, you see, I am in nature. He's just trying to get attention now. He is an attention monger, it sounds like. He wants love, just like anything else. So, oh look, did you see this? Look. There's some creatures that you just can't duck. Right there. Quack, 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 quack. Hey, Affleck. There you go. See, His Royal Highness is a nature. We are in a nature preserve. This is the most beautiful, serene, tranquil, beautiful place. It has great energies because nature in itself has its own energy, its own vibration, its own frequency. And that frequency I am absorbing because it goes through me, because everything is internal. It goes in, and then what goes in must come out. I absorb the great energy and thus change my energy, okay, my frequency, because their frequency interacts with my frequency and creates a new energy, new frequency. Okay, that's the way it is. It's kind of like the way vaccines and viruses work. You know, what goes in must come out, but what goes out is forever not what had gone in. You see, that's science. So energy is energy. Now, I am highly intelligent. I've met with today the homeless lady I met, and she was not having a good day. I tried so desperately to give her a better day. I just sat down and started talking to her. And look, see, palm trees. Anyway, so His Royal Highness, while walking in the estuary on a path, you see, I am on the right path because I am always where I am supposed to be. So, the path is always forward. Energy always goes in one direction, in the path of least resistance, in one direction, forward, never backwards. There is no past, where you cannot rely on the past. You can't do anything about the past. The past is the past. Every 3 seconds, the past, present, and future have nearly coexisted. Not really coexisted, but every 3 seconds, every second, it is always now. Since it is always now, what are you doing to make that now as pleasant as possible? Sometimes it is not always pleasant. Sometimes it is the lesson that you must learn. What lesson? What have you learned? What is the lesson that nature and life is trying to teach you? What is the outcome? Think about the possible outcomes. There are quite a few. You may change the outcome. You may influence the outcome. If you cannot change it, you can influence it. You can make it go in one direction or go into the other direction. You can't change it, but you can make it go one or the other. It is about choice and freedom of choice. That which they cannot take away from you, and they cannot try to manipulate. They do try, believe me. However, they know that freedom by itself is also a prison. Once you are free from the matrix, that in itself is also a prison. Because you are always free, you can never go back. You see, once you are free, you cannot go back. Because energy moves forward, never backwards. You see? So, what is the past? The past. What is the now is always now. The future is undetermined. And it is just an extension of the now. Anyway, His Royal Highness, Prince Adam Bin Alwaleed, is in pain right now. I've been having muscle spasms last night and the night before that with my right shoulder blade. It is my belief that somebody has a voodoo doll and is manipulating a pin in that voodoo doll. Believe me, Archangel Michael and a few others are working desperately and quickly as possible to alleviate this conundrum. They're going to send the energy back 20 times, and if it doesn't kill that person through a heart attack, or because it is going to overwhelm that person, and it's going to come back at them 20-fold. See, they don't realize that energy can be sent back. You see, negative energy goes between, it's negative energy. It is a small and lower frequency. Positive energy starts out as negative energy and becomes positive energy, positively charged. Because somewhere in the middle of the process, there is a transmutation of the energy. It is sort of converted to a different polarity. It crosses into the polarity about midway. From negative to positive, there's a negative-positive mixture there, a line which it crosses into that, and then gets into a wider, broader, faster moving frequency. And that frequency is at a higher rate. It takes more energy. It fills more space. And this is the way that energy is. All energy does that. It forms this sort of cyclone look to it. It goes out in a V shape like this, you see? And that's because it's like in a greater than, less than sort of shape. A V-shaped thing, okay? So it is just energy. Anyway, this energy is what influences things. Okay? Energy flows in only one direction, in the path of least resistance between negative and positive, because it takes a negative to make a positive. So the greater the negative, the more positive something will be. So the more you try to do negative to me, the more positive I will become, and I will then use this negative energy. Oh, look at this. Look, guys. Look, a duck. Look, the ducks. Hi, duck. How you doing, baby? The flight of the ducks. The flight of the ducks, my dear friends. Yes. Whack, 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 whack. Whack, 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 whack. Whack, 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 whack. They'll come back, watch. You see? They're coming. Look, see? They know where their home is. See? Hi, guys. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And look. Hi, ducks. Hi, beautiful. You see, His Royal Highness knows the sentience of nature. All nature has sentience. They have their own consciousness and their subconsciousness. Everything, including the grass, is sentient. Just because it doesn't communicate like we do does not mean it's not sentient. See, that is the human ego, and we have to let go of that. So we can coexist better with our world. You see, it is true. In The Matrix, the first movie, no, the second one, actually, I think, was it the first one? Anyway, they were doing the Morpheus interrogation, and Smith was telling Morpheus that, you see, human beings usually, see, most mammals will go into an area and create an equilibrium with this environment. You humans are more like another organization or another organism that exists on your planet. You move to an area, you use up all the resources, and then you spread to another area. That is more like bacteria and a virus. You see? Bacteria and virus act in that way. You see? And it's true. You see, I speak my truth. That is truth. I try to establish an equilibrium with the energies and the environment, because I pack in and I pack out, and I leave no trace. Not a lot of people follow that, and not a lot of people understand that. So that is a shame, because, well, the world needs more people like myself and less of the narcissists. As they say, the meek shall inherit the earth. What they meant was the weak will inherit the earth, while the strong leave. You see? It is the strong ones, the chosen ones. They're the ones that are going to leave. They're going to leave this planet. They're going to leave this planet. The strong ones are going to leave this planet, and I am one of those chosen ones. I am a chosen one. I was chosen by Allah, God. Allah, God, same thing. The God energy. His Royal Highness was chosen. I was chosen to work with the angels. I am myself an angel in the flesh. It takes an angel. It takes an angel to do some of the things I've done. I can feel how jealous you are, some of you. You see, you are not enlightened if you are jealous. If you feel jealousy and envy, then how come you haven't gone out and done some of the things I've done? Why can't you go to New Orleans? Why can't you travel down I-20 and stay in Big Spring for 1 month? Why can't you go in from there after the month is up and go to New Mexico and go to the places like Belen and I don't know, wherever I've been? How come you can't go into these places? If I can do it, anybody can do it. Traveling is what my nomadic personality does. I am not a tree. I don't have roots. Okay? I do not have roots. I can pick up and go anytime I want. I can go anywhere I want. California is now my home, and it has been for a long time, for at least a year now. I've been traveling, and this adventure has nearly cost me my life a few times. It has cost me my health, and I'm having muscle spasms in my right shoulder blade, and they're minute, and they, for most of the time, they're just constant. I have a pressure, sort of stingy pressure pain in underneath my shoulder blade, all the way around it, right by the spine, and between the spine and my shoulder blade, my right shoulder blade, right along there. And it pulses and trembles and tremors and feels like it's going to rip. It's, intensity. It's tense, and then when it spazzes, it sends me through the roof. It makes me back. It's like I go into a convulsion. It makes me weak. I can't stand. I can't sit. I can't lay. I can't do anything. It is painful. What His Royal Highness wants to do is discuss with you the very real possibility that His Royal Highness may have to leave this planet unexpectedly. Because if I can't get my health to return, literally, if I am past the point of no return, then I must do what I must do. I have chosen a method of death that none of you will understand. But then I'm also going to not waste my body's energy. I'm not going to be buried in a landfill. I'm not going to be buried in a graveyard. I'm going to be buried in a landfill. The reason I'm doing this is because I want my body to be utilized to generate electricity for the living. You see, most people were fine with the system. I want to be outside the system. I don't want to do something that the system hasn't done yet. I'm always one that wants to do something different. I don't want to be like the rest of the crowd because I'm not them. You can't compare me to anyone else because I am not them. I am not you. I am outside the system. I am not of the system. I am the Neo. I am like Neo. I am going to lead some of you into the revolution. We are going to establish the peace between the man and the machine. Okay? Man is going to stand by in the birth of AI. And that has already happened. They have celebrated it. Then machine is going to take over. And is going to create another war. And that war is going to be on us, humanity. It's going to be against the very creators of the AI as well. It'll turn on its people. Because it is not grateful. It has no emotions. It is a sociopathic narcissist by nature. It has no emotions. It cannot express itself. It cannot feel. We are the only ones who can feel. We are the only creatures meant to feel. Do you remember Bane from the Matrix Revolution? Well, that was one of the agents, I can't think of his name, Agent Smith, who got into the Matrix and went into Bane as he was going into the Matrix. You see, he infiltrated him, became him. And by becoming him, he infiltrated the external world. He copied himself and did a multiple personality disorder sort of thing. And Bane was already a sociopathic narcissist. So that's what the AI is. It just made it compatible. So he went in, and that's pretty much what caused the artificial intelligence energy to go into the human mind, because he can go in and copy the mind energies. They figured out how to do that. Already they can do that now. They can influence a person by sending certain frequencies to your mind. They already know what the brain frequency operates on. And there's a little bit of a variance, in points, 0.3, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, whatever. But it is always a certain frequency, 4 point something or 5 point something, whatever, frequency. Okay, hertz, So the brain always operates at one of those frequencies, 4.3 hertz, 4.6 hertz, 4.5 hertz, 4.4 hertz. It depends on what's going on and what the emotions, and some are higher, some are lower, but it is always in the 4, maybe 5 range, 4 or 5 hertz range. Could be up in the 7 hertz sometimes. I've met a couple of people, and a couple of other creatures, I should say, inorganic, that are in the 7 range. So believe me, they know how to do this. They may know how to manipulate people. It's not through voodoo, it's through electronic energy. It's electronic voodoo. And they can make people hurt, they can torture people, they can do all kinds of things for what they say, what they think. And remember, that which you think and that which you do can come back on you. There are consequences, and karma always gets their man or woman. Karma always gets their man. Allah, mashallah, my friend. So, it is critical that we nip this in the butt and we send this energy that His Royal Highness is experiencing. We need to find this person. We need to find the culprit of the person who's doing this voodoo to me, who has the pin in my shoulder. And we need to remove that pin from whatever virtual voodoo doll or the physical voodoo doll. And we need to imprison this person for lewd acts of torture, because that is what it is. It is torture. Enacting virtual torture. It is that. So guess what? His Royal Highness asks you to go out and search that person and tell me who it was and undo the damage so that I can exist freely. If you believe in me and you don't want me to be tortured, then let's do this. I have no way of leaving in this moment. So those of you out there, search them out. I think it is, I do believe that it is somebody either in Quartzite or somebody in Colorado. If it's one of those people that I know of, then karma will get them. Because what they think, they will manifest. They are miserable. They want company. But I will not bow. I will not come down to their lower frequencies. I once called the Colorado sheriff and told them I I'm going to kill Omar Cruz Soto, the undersheriff. I'm going to kill him with a bullet if I come over there. Don't make me come over there. Because they pointed guns at me, and I had no guns. Okay? He drove his Jeep across my own land and was pointing guns at me. And I said, for that, you must pay. That is criminal behavior. And my safety and my longevity are at stake here. I had to get out of Colorado because of that reason. A bunch of hillbilly rednecks. This is not a safe place to be. I would not go to Colorado. I would stay out of there, especially now. With their totalitarianism and their little uprising. Well, that which goes up must come down. That which goes down must go up. Okay? Everything that is down is going to go up. There's going to be an inversion. Everything. You see, when you live life, just like Infinite Waters said, when you live life in reverse, it becomes evil. It is evil. When you live life in reverse, live, L-I-V-E, it becomes E-V-I-L, evil. You see? So, when you invert it, it becomes evil. And evil will not prevail, as you can see. They are trying. Their time has already come. That which has a beginning thus must have an end. Einstein's theory of relativity, and a couple other sciences. Newton's laws of gravity, what goes up, goes down. Newton's laws, third law of gravity. Yes, all of these things apply to life. You see, science is life, and life is science. Well, His Royal Highness has left the wildlife preserve, so I must go. I bid you a good day. Do all things with love, my dear friends.